Garden City Radio 89.9 FM. And the program Touching Lives reaches you at 4:15 every Thursday here on Garden City Radio, and it's of course done in conjunction with the Luther Welfare for Children and Risk Development Center. The program is all about, of course, encouraging you to lend a helping hand, encouraging you to reach out, encouraging you to know that there is indeed something you can do to, of course, affect the lives of those around you. We can, every one of us, do something to touch a life. I'm your anchor. My name is Carl Orakwe, and regularly here, joining me on the show, I have Reverend Nicholas Ido.
Good evening to every listener.
Bon Matthew, he's here in the studios. Hello, Apostle.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay. On today's edition of the show, we're going to be taking a look at, addressing the needy and the greedy in our society. We'll be trying to answer some questions, some pertinent questions, and of course, we'll love you to get involved here on the show, addressing the needy and the greedy in our society. So let's start from somewhere, Reverend. The needy and the greedy. First of all, who is the needy?
Before I attempt to answer the question of who the needy are, I want to say that our discussion to respond to the needy and the greedy in the society actually come as a result of practical exercise we have carried out to confirm that sometimes when we throw open a little exercise to give things out, more people who sometimes are not in the position to receive, they are even in position to give, are the people we sometimes line up to receive. And again, we come to discover that before you even to identify those who actually are in need, those things may not even be available. So we can attempt to run a conclusion that it appears in our society two groups of people exist. Those who really need help and those who are supposed to have given help, but now they are also in the position to say, give it to me also. I think we need to really separate these two groups of people, and if need be, direct the way we should be able to relate with one another.
So this is basically based on a true life, observation and observation.
Exactly.
And almost everyone are requesting or looking to be the needy, asking to receive, even perhaps when they might not be as needful as some others.
Yeah, exactly. It is common in our community, and that is why I feel it's something all of us need to interact together and find out, am I really in the right position to open my hands and run around and say, you must give it to me also, whereas I turn my eyes to see somebody that is already in need. I think on that note, I will ask my apostle to say, please, can you do us a favor to examine who do you think is
really the needy? Those who go around and still request, give me, that perhaps you think should not be in this position, that there are others who are the needy. They will tell you, but I still need it also. So you really need to at least give us a good clarification.
A few weeks ago, there was a group that came to the center and delivered things to the children, to the orphans. And what they presented to those children were precious. School bags and books, set of school uniform. And a woman saw me and said, what of my own children? I said, woman, what do you mean? He said, my own children, they need this thing. I said, are you not alive? And that was when the woman came back to her senses. I said, don't you think that once you begin to demand this thing now, you will soon die? So that these children now will receive those things you want for them.
Okay, so at least the children who are the orphans, who are perhaps under your care, the Luther Welfare for Children, so they're receiving school bags and things for school. So now she's bothered. I'm thinking maybe she was thinking, okay, I can't afford it. Why don't I still get these freebies?
And what was her response?
Now, those things are meant for orphans and vulnerable children. That was when she came back to her senses, and then she didn't say any other thing. She went in.
So if you had not said that, she would willingly, or she would have even striven to get
and find her way to. For me to say these are really the people who are the needy, we're supposed to understand that the people who are the needy here now are people who are in lack of. One of them is shelter, one of them is clothing, one of them is education, some of them are health, held down. Why? They don't have access to these things. They don't have access at all. Why in other end of it now, there are people that who are in need of this. They have access to them. So, but these ones we tag the needy, like the orphans here now. If their cases are being discussed anywhere, nobody will stand for them. Nobody is ready to give them such help. I could remember my own case. I was sharing with Reverend that I went to school. I went to my own primary school barefooted. I didn't know what is called slippers. I didn't know what is called shoe, let alone a sandal, let alone shoes. So I went to school barefooted because I lost my father, I lost my mother. I knew what I passed through before you see me today. And those people who were in the position, even my uncle was a school teacher who retired a headmaster, but he didn't give us the education. He didn't help us. So instead he diverted those things or those help to his own immediate biological children. But today, by the grace of God, God lay hand on somewhere and then gave us a help. That today now, if somebody comes, even if I don't have shoes to give, I can buy patron slippers and give to somebody.
There you go.